So just to get to more and more people that won't have the chance or to know you or to know other people or to hear about. So yes, thank you very much. We're very happy.
Everybody.
So welcome everyone that is coming in. We are very, very happy today to have one like of the best female freediver of the world. It's like a complete honor to have it. We are big groupies of Alessia Zecchini.
Thank you so much.
And we are super, super excited to have you with us. And thank you for your time. It means a lot, for real.
Thank you.
We are very happy to open this space for everyone that's coming in and that has been following Surface Interval, to have a chance to meet Alessia as well from another point of view or another location. So
or knowing her at all.
Yeah. Say hi.
Thank you so
much. And take advantage to write anything that you would like us to ask her. Take the chance, and you are live right now to ask Alessia Zecchini, the world record female holder, anything that you would like to know about her. Yeah? So thank you again for being here with us.
Thanks to you. It's a pleasure for me. Thank you so much.
I want to tell an interesting story, and I'm gonna bring one of our closest friends and instructors in Amancay, which is Federica. Federica, this dinner that we've all went as groupies when you were having dinner with Chris McKay, Federica was there, and Federica is the first Italian person that introduced us to Alessia as who Alessia was. Like, we were in Italy, and she was like, "You don't know who Alessia is?" And we were like, "No, we were just beginning to freedive." And yeah, today I know she's just like jumping around the room right now because we got to this point. So Alessia, thank you very much for being with us. And yeah, we're gonna just start with the interview, as we were mentioning, from the most nice and human side that we can. And just, this is for fun. This is a nice space where we want you and everyone to enjoy. So thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. It was my pleasure to meet you there in Mexico. It was a great night. Yes.
So imagine Alessia just having dinner with her friends, and we're like, "Hi."
Hi. Yeah, I remember like before that dinner, like I was at a bar in Tulum with Luca and Sara, another of our instructors and network members, and good friends. And I saw her, and I just disappeared. And I was like, "Hi, like you're Alessia." She was like, "What is going on?" But it was such an honor. It's like for us, it's like we are a school that is mostly run by women. And you are a huge inspiration for women of everything you do, not only for your achievements, but how you do things, and like a little bit of what we want to know more about you. You're only 27 years old, like, and which is an adult today, but at the same time, there is so much like to be where you are. You had to start so young. And I think that is like the first question that we have for you is, how did you start freediving? Like, what was your inspiration? You know?
Okay, so let's start. I was 11 when I discovered freediving because I hate to go to the pool, but I had to do the last swimming license, like that, something like that. I have to do 25 meters under the water. It was the first time, and I liked so much. I did like 35 a turn. It was so beautiful. So I started to ask to my father for like 2 years. And finally, when I was 13, I found the course, and it was just amazing. I mean, I love so much since the beginning. And of course, every holiday we went to the sea. And I mean, I love so much to go under the water, but I have a problem with the ears.
No.
So I need to understand how to equalize. In the course, I understood. So it was like, wow, I can go everywhere now. And it's so super beautiful.
You literally managed to go everywhere so far. Like, now I can equalize. I'll just go.
Yes, it was like that.
Wow.
When you are really young, you are not afraid about almost nothing. So it was just discover what was under the water.
And how did your first course started? Like, where did you do your first freediving course? And what did it involve any depth? Yes, I'm guessing.
Yes,
it did.
and it was like really, I love freediving because it was like October, November, and it was in the pool in Rome. So you start in the pool 2 months, and after you have to do the outdoor. So I mean, it was like December, January, in the sea and in the lake. And really, believe me, in Italy, I'm 14 years old, the wetsuit, it was unbelievable. Really, it was like Mallorca wetsuit, in the zip. It was something really, I love freediving so much because now I couldn't do something like that.
Yeah. That's amazing. Like, one thing that I'm like super excited that you bring up on the very first story is that like for all you guys and girls that are listening to Alessia, world champion, also had equalization problems. Yeah. Like, because there is so many people like that's something that in Amancay we love to work with. And there is a lot of people that get frustrated, in freediving because equalization becomes a barrier maybe at the beginning. So it's amazing to listen to like, hey, if the world champion could get it, like maybe it's just a little bit of patience.
Yeah, and I mean, my suggestion is when you start to do freediving, the best thing is to understand how works your things, what is natural for you, not to learn something special. I mean, mouthfeel, something too hard. I mean, just understand how it works, the simplest way. And that's the best way. I mean, I went with friends to 100 meters. After I said, okay, I can understand how works mouthfeel. And okay, it's better, it's easier, but you can do in friends also. So just understand how it works, everything, and it's easy.
I was going to ask that. I actually have it written down. Like, what is the equalization that you suggest? But yeah, nice. So you just go reverse parking friends up to 100 meters.
No, it was not reverse parking, of course, because I had air in my mouth. I push every time with my toes. And I mean, it was quite hard at the end. So my limit was like 18, 19 every time, the last equalization. Because I mean, if you have to do like this, it's like you have to push more. If you do mouth, it's more gentle, it's more, it's better. So it was better, yes, but you can do. And the other things, never look in front of you. If you don't have to do in the pool and never in the sea. If you do, of course, you can go deeper than where you look. So it was really a trick for me because I didn't know at the beginning and my trouble was around 85 after I understood this, and it was okay.
Wow, that's awesome.
Look, so you started freediving. I'm going to do a chronological timeline. So the day of tomorrow, we can have more information about Alessia. So you started freediving at 13 years old, and then you just developed your level 1, your level 2. How did it work? You did more pool training? You didn't?
I just did the two levels, and after I just wanted to compete, and I was 14, and at that point I could. But when I just had my 14, they changed the rules, so I couldn't until 18. The maximum that I could do was 50 meters in the pool. And and I mean, I was doing like 105 at that point.
Wow.
So it was really super bad, so frustrated. But I decided to continue, but to start volleyball in the same time. So I could compete in volleyball. Yes, it was
so competition was in your blood. Competition, like that part of competition was like something you really liked since young.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like a goal. So you can push more because I mean, you have a goal. So the training is more focused, and yes, I like it.
It's very interesting, no? Because being the age that you were when you started, you're really young for that kind of discipline as well. Like,
Yes.
when you were that young, would you train yourself? You would just do it for love? You would go have fun, or you would actually set up into a training?
No, I trained, but two times per week.
Claro.
It was like the classic training, like
Claro.
yes, 1 hour. It was not enough, so I decided to do volleyball because it was like better training.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was 17, I stopped to do volleyball. I decided to go in a free swimming club for training properly for freediving.
That was my next question is, did you do any swimming before? I have 1,000 questions, Alex. I'm doing now here. Like, I'm going to just squeeze all that I can this time. When you started freediving, did you do any swimming lessons before? Were you training in swimming on a squad or whatever? Yes.
Yeah, my parents put me in the water when I was 6 and I ate. Because in Italy it's very good. All the children has to do pool swim. And I mean, for me it's really very important. But I ate so much until I discovered freediving and I decided I can't stop. Yes.
Wow.
Nice. Wow. Okay, so you trained, then you were 18? No. So they canceled your 17. Yes. They didn't allow you to train more, and you couldn't compete in depth either.
No, nothing. Just in one competition in Greece, they allowed me to compete when I was 16. And that was the first time that I tried depth with the Scandalopetra. So it's a stone that you have to go without wetsuit, just the nose clip. And so in 3 days, I went to 52.3. So
wow.
I say, yes, I like so much.
I like that.
Yes, the world record was for 53. They stopped me because I was less than 18.
And
yes, but yes, I came back the year
hold
after.
On the record.
Yes, but it was so cool. I understood that really depth was what I liked more.
Nice.
And there was also Arbernich. So it was like God there and inspiration, really super beautiful.
Wow. When I was 16 years old, I was just drinking. And trying to go to school, man. Yes. These things, knowing people this young and like with so
guys, join us on
big
Facebook.
Inspirations and everything, it's really interesting to see where we are standing and like being like, wow, these people have done things.
Yes, but in the same time, I went out with my friends. I mean, I enjoy those.
Yeah, you're just a natural fish, basically, because it's like, no, I don't train, I do this. Yeah, I have fun. Yeah, you're a fish. Clearly. Like, I like to bring, like, we used to have a video of you at the shop in the TV, just one of the world records, and every single time someone would come into the shop or that video was on the TV and we would be aware of it, we would stop everything and be like, wait, this is worth to watch. Like every single day, we would have you there and be like, how do we get to be like that? Like when we grow up, we want to be like Alessia. Yeah. Wow.
Let's train. Just train a lot.
Just train a lot. Yeah, fair enough.
More or less, that.
We have one question. I'm gonna put some of the questions that we have coming in, and actually the first one I'm gonna ask you is the one that Fede put in. What she asked is, what's the force, the reason that moves her when she dives? Cosa spinge Alessia a scendere?
Because I like so much. And of course, I mean, what I like more, what I like since I started is to push always a bit more. Because it's cool. I mean, it's like it's in that way it's easier. So I like so much. When I'm diving, I just enjoy the blue I love so much the blue. No, don't worry.
No. Mira, nice. I'm going to ask you the next question that was made by Rose because of that you said that you enjoyed so much. In depth on everything. Like, what was your biggest challenge and what challenges do you have nowadays with it?
The biggest challenge was for sure the world record of Natalia Mulcionova, the 101. Yeah.
That was the very first time someone broke
Yes.
that record, say.
Yes, and it was not easy at all. It was my first time in vertical blue. It was really hard. 3 red cars at the beginning, so it was really, really hard.
It was it your first vertical blue you just said? Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
also the first one. And I mean, I came there and it was quite easy because I did in Mediterranean that depth. So I said, oh, it's much easier there. But it was not like that.
No.
And now it's quite hard. I mean, this year... Say? This year I want to go to 115.
No, just what helped you?
Oh, wait, what?
Wow.
But maybe not because it's...
Yeah, the lack of training, pero bueno. We still have time.
Yes. But I mean, 115 in Mediterranean, I mean, wait.
Where do you train mainly in the Mediterranean?
In Sicily.
In Sicily.
Yes, it's so beautiful and really the food is amazing. The water is so blue.
You sound Italian, talking about food.
Yes, of course. I mean, yes.
I wanted to ask you, regards the question that you were just answering, the biggest challenge, what mental technique, or not technique, but what do you use to overcome your challenges? Like where do you rely, or what can you recommend people that, like, of course, each one is at its own depth, but where do you rely to overcome those challenges?
I mean, what I can suggest is to do the visualization. Helps you a lot, really, for do whatever you want to do. So visualize all the performance and all the movements, and until the end, until the happiness that you can feel when you did it, because can help you a lot when you are doing in real, and so you are suffering and you think about that because you already felt that emotions, and so help you a lot in the moment.
Nice. And coming through that, Aulin Wang was asking, what's the most emotional moment of your career?
Yeah, it was yes, it 102, because really it was after 3 red cards, and there I met Steve, and I mean, it was the only one that believed in me in that moment, really. So it was really, I mean, and also the day, it was before rainy, the rain stopped, and after the birds started to sing, it was really just unbelievable.
It was the only that you thought that believe in you, because probably many human beings would believe in you in that sense, mainly Federica.
Oh, thank you so much.
Honestly, I remember the vertical blue, I think it was the first competition where I actually put a face to the name, and I would remember all of that, and it was like, Alexis, this Italian that is competing in pool so much, but she doesn't have the age to compete yet on the wow. See, you made history, and you are making history every day. Really, it is crazy.
I'm just enjoying what I love so much.
Bravo for that. What else, Lucre? I'm gonna let you talk a little bit, because I'm just too excited.
No, it's amazing. Like, it's beautiful to be hearing like your story and that passion is there. Like, that's what I love, and I always as we started to know you as an athlete, or the little things that we can see, is that normality, guys. Like, that's the beautiful, And one of the things we were asking and thinking is, what advice would you give for those freedivers waiting to develop depth past recreational, because sometimes in that process people become like, it's all about very mental, and maybe that passion and that you can see on you that what you do is full passion and love, maybe gets like out of the way sometimes, on that try. So yeah, what would be what would you recommend them?
Technique.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be beautiful in the water. And you have to be like a fish.
Robs.
So, I mean,
I can't believe you just said that. That's what I said to a person that is watching this. I hope he listens to it.
yes, that's the most important things that you have to do. If you want to go deep, also if you don't, I mean, you have to be beautiful in the water. I mean, the water, all the animals are so elegant. I mean, you are with them, so you have to be like them.
I say, like, you have to feel beautiful, it's like, it's that only moment on the water where you just need to feel beautiful down there. Otherwise,
and feel the water. I mean, you have to feel the water. So it's better also in the pool to don't train with a wetsuit, because it's very important to feel the water. I mean, we are doing freediving because we like the water, the sea, everything. So,
wow. Well, we're gonna.
That's awesome. And in that journey for you, because like bringing that of technique, which is a very important part, of course, too, because it's like the combination. What for you, as looking for coaches and looking for trainers, what do you look for the person that helps you train? Because for sure you have a team behind, and you like that helps you like guide you through this process as well. So how is that search, and what do you look for the person that helps you through the process?
The team that I have is the first person is my father, because without him I couldn't do nothing. Because I mean, at the beginning, after it always was the same trainer. And after I met Steve, and he helped me. He was my coach for depth, and after Martin Zaya for 1 year just. But I mean, my trainer since when I was 17 is a guy that is like 30 years and is a speed swimmer, and it's just him. And he's training me for the gym, for the pool, for everything. He's training the team of his swimming, and he has like 3-4 guys in the national team of his swimming. Yeah. It's really cool guy. And I mean, we grow together, and we understood what was the best training.
That's awesome. Yeah, Ganda.
No, go. I'm looking for Mariana's question about the pool now that she's mentioning swimming.
No, I really like to see that part of coaching, like what is the important aspects that for you this person brings you, because I'm sure that it's not just the training plan or the skills that person gives you.
Of course.
If not, there is a lot more involved on training.
And I mean, it was I'm sorry. It was like a journey, of course, like you said. And so I mean, thanks to my father, when I was 20, I went also to a psychologist of sport. And he just teach me a few things, and after I trained with that things, and now for me are natural, and I'm doing when I need. And so it's like the most important things that all the people that you are meeting are telling you something. So I mean, it's important to catch, and I mean, for me it was important every people since when I would start, because when I was 14 I could go to the national team in Italy once for a year. And that 3 days, I mean, I learned like, I mean, the first time I remember they told me there is a neck weight, and I discovered the neck weight. I just did 50 meters more in the pool. I was like super happy. So, I mean, every people are so important in our life. So, I mean, really, and you have to also to think of the things that the people are saying to you and to develop that things. And so, I mean, I have to thanks really to a lot of people. And of course, you have to develop all the aspects like the mind, the mental training, and also, of course, the physical training.
That's awesome. Thank you, Ale. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
For the pool, actually, Mariana, most of the questions had been from our instructors or like us team. Yeah. Do you enjoy the pool, or is something necessary to complement the depth training? I think you kind of answered that. Yeah.
I enjoy the pool because I enjoy the pool because I'm training. I do training that I like. Mm-hmm. I mean, I do free swimming training almost of the time. Just at the end of the season, I'm doing more more apnea. But I mean, no long distance, just hypercapnic training every time. So I mean, yes, I enjoyed because every time it's like a challenge. The challenge is to do all the training. So,
Claro, the whole year is my challenge.
So I mean, yes, I enjoy.
That's something that's amazing, because that's something that calls my attention a lot of you. It's like certain athletes normally will focus on one discipline, and that's like kind of their discipline, and the rest is there. With you, it's like all of them. It's like literally all of them, and in all of them you're beautiful doing them. It's not like just, okay, this one it's amazing and the other one's like add up. What, like, is there one you love the most, or you really, it's just the freediving part that it doesn't matter how you do it while you're diving, that it's
no, of course I love more depth than pool. But when I started, yes, I love so much the pool too. I mean, no fins. It was the best challenge for me, because I didn't need of a fins. So it was just me, because at the beginning it was hard to find the right monofin. So it was really super cool, because it's super hard to find the right technique. So it was really a big challenge. And after, I mean, constant weight, it's super beautiful. So I mean, free immersion and constant weight, I mean, it's so beautiful, everything. Because after I also know fins, it's so nice because it's shorter and it's harder. So I don't know. Yes, I love freediving a lot. That's the point.
And that's true. Like when you started freediving, the equipment for women and everything wasn't as easy to get either. No,
it was so hard. I had the mascot, the plastic matmas, I don't know, it's an Italian brand, and the wetsuit like Mallorca's, really, the crazy 3 millimeters. And with that, I did like 105, 125 in the pool. It was super. I have the video. I was so young.
Nice. All right. Next, banners. What we have kind of the same question, different emotions, but the same question. So we're gonna do it. What is the sweetest memory that connects you to freediving? And then we have another one that is, what is the funniest memory that you have in freediving?
But the sweetest, I don't know. I mean, for me, the most amazing, it was when I went to Sri Lanka and I dived with the blue whales. And it was just, that was the sweetest, the best, the most amazing. I don't know, everything really. And the funniest,
wow.
The funniest, I don't know. I did a lot of stupid things in the seas. I mean, just the last stupid things that I did in competition, it was like in Santa Marta last year. I went there and I thought it was like 100 meters, but it was like maximum 70. So the first day of the competition, the maximum was like 61 because they couldn't find more. So I mean, I did like, okay, do free immersion. I will do a little static. So I just went, I did the static, but after I forgot the tag.
No.
I came back, I took the tag, I came up, and after I say, okay, maybe you can see something in the camera that maybe is not right. I'm sorry.
Well, at least that happened to you at 60 meters and not on a world record.
I mean,
that can happen.
Because I was not focused. It was a big mistake because it was not nice for the other athletes to do something from me like this. Not good. Yes, can happen.
Fair enough. And then, your great friend. How much do you dislike narcosis?
I love narcosis so much. Yes. I mean, really, I think that really, if you feel positive things at the beginning, it's impossible to don't enjoy narcosis. Because, I mean, you love freediving, you are happy before dive, how you can be sad after. So I just...
You're going to be happier.
Yes, I mean...
Feeling a little bit high while freediving, that's great.
But it depends where. Because, I mean, it's super nice in Caribbean. it's very bad in the blue hole in Bahamas, because when it's dark, you really can't focus to nothing. It's like to be drunk in the dark. It's
Really?
much harder. Yes. So the problem that every time in vertical blue, I just
It makes
start to
sense.
see a lot of ropes. And so I have to
Oh.
choose. And every time I never choose the right one. So it's like, yeah. I have also a picture that Dan took me that the safety strategy too. Yes. So I mean, yes, narcosis is very nice in Caribbean, in the blue water.
All right. You would think that in the blue hole it would be really easy as well, because they say like the perfect conditions and the perfect everything. But
But the
apparently people,
narcosis,
no. Yeah.
yeah, the narcosis is
But
harder.
darkness.
It's really hard.
Darkness.
Because, yes. And also, yeah, it's with the dive eye, it's also not so easy, because you are in the dark with a light in front of your face.
How is the dive eye? I know like it can go both ways, but how is the dive eye nowadays? I'm gonna say affecting, but it might not be it might not be affecting. But how is it affecting in people's dives? Because you have something going down like,
No,
but at the same time you might feel a little bit safer or something. I don't know.
You don't hear so much the sound,
No.
but you feel the present. But the problem is the light, because really, if it's dark, it's really super bad, because it's like a hypnosis.
Yeah.
And if it's light, I mean, I always ask to turn off the light, because really, it's not. You are not relaxed
On the dive.
Yes, I mean, and every time when I'm diving, I always try to give my back and not to watch it. Yes.
Now we know. Now we know.
And if
more like.
Sometimes when I do this, I start to do like this, because after the narcosis starts, so I can stop. Yes. So yes, you can see like in the 113 records. Yes, I did like that.
Ale, your deepest depth nowadays, it is 107, isn't it?
113.
What, 113?
13.
Yeah.
Of the record.
CIMAS.
Or CIMAS.
CIMAS.
Yes,
Yes. We did with Alenka in the Roatan.
Okay, both.
This year.
I thought it was 107. That's my bad.
Yeah, actually, Eduardo here was asking, talking about narcosis. About last year's Roatan when you did 113.
Yeah, when it was 113, it was quite okay, because the day before I did 112, and there I felt so much narcosis. And you could, I mean, when I went out, I didn't catch the rope, because I follow a wrong rope. Because every time I'm super narcotic, I start to see more ropes. And really, you can't find the right one at all. So, when you go out, you have the glasses, so you can see the googles. So it's super bad. But yes, it was okay.
So when now that you
mentioned a funny story.
Yes.
Now that you've mentioned the word record with Alenka, yeah, you're right. That completely left my head. It is impressive how all women, like, since Natalia's record being broken, you were like the first brave person that said, like, you know what? I love this human. I respect her, and for that, I'm gonna pass that. And suddenly,
yes, but
everyone.
Let's say also Sayuri, because she beat the world record in no fins. Also, it was wow.
Yeah.
Because 72 no fins. Also, that record was unbelievable for me.
See, I remember that was a crazy year of competitions, wasn't it? It was just like boom, boom, and then like since then, all women had been like progressing and actually achieving past 100 meters and being like really amazing. And I think that's really nice to see, for everyone to be sharing. Still, for me, you have the unique technique that no one has, which for me is amazing. It's amazing that you can go down 113 meters without barely moving a monofin. It's just like insane. And it's really interesting to see, like, suddenly you see Alexi with all his physiognomy and everything, and suddenly you see Alexia, and you're like, wait, everything that I've been taught about lungs volume and this and that and da da da, it's just maybe not that accurate.
Yes, but I have a lot of, I mean, almost 6 liters without packing. So
I was gonna ask
Wow.
you. Nice.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. But I improved. When I started, I had like 4.2. When I was
Okay.
13, 12. Yeah, so you can
I
improve.
think
When you were 13, of course you were.
Beh,
Like when I was
yeah.
7 years old, I was shorter.
I didn't grow up so much.
A ver, Max.
I think one of the beautiful parts of your technique that you talk about so much, and for me, something I like to see a lot on athletes, and I see it on you and I see it on Alexei as well, is the smile and the clean dives. That there is no dive that I see you come out and it's so beautiful. You come out so fresh and like with that expression of I've just enjoyed this. And I think that's
Sure.
a huge message for everyone that is in freediving and everyone that is looking at depth. Is like that is the full expression of no matter how deep you go, like, but the important part is coming out with that smile and that freshness. There's no need of the suffering. Like you go through the process, but going out suffering is not like beautiful to watch.
Yes,
Like
for this, I mean,
uh,
it's not nice not nice. I mean, it's wrong to come to the competition and be sad. We should be happy because we are doing what we like. So really, we have to understand, try to feel positive things before, because really, we love freediving, or we couldn't do. So yes, just enjoy,
totally.
and the depth and the meter can come.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's a great message.
Wow.
Fun.
I'm impressed. I'm just thinking about deep diving. So I'm like, wow.
I want so much to go in the water.
Yeah. Max Mosler, another good friend. When you attempt a new record, have you already done the depths in training or is it a true personal best?
It depends if you have time or not.
Claro.
In the case of 113, it was no time. So no, me and Alenka just did the whole our personal best in competition before in Caribbean Cup and after the World Championships. The year before, when I did the 107, I tried 107, 108 in training before. If you have time, yes. When there is no time, yes. I mean, it's not easy to live in Rome and dive deep.
Right. No, and more if you like in this kind of competitions where you girls start breaking records one after the other. Suddenly you're like, wait, I've been 3 meters this, but okay, what? Let's try it.
Yes, it was wow. I like it so good. We pushed together a lot.
Nice.
Actually, here and coming to what you were talking about right now, Soshes asks, has there ever been any barriers for you as a woman in the competitive freediving world? And as we were talking about how women are improving and breaking and open, like it's amazing. I think it's interesting to know.
Yes, no, really. In my experience, not at all, but really a lot of people helped me. I mean, I think the men are happy that some women are doing freediving. I mean, so really, no, never happened to me to find any barriers or no, just a lot of people that helped me, really.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I think in that sense,
I think that in this sense, like the industry today, it's very balanced, and the competition world in freediving today, it's super balanced. So it's not a male or female; it's like all going to try to see what your bodies can do.
Yeah.
Like because every day you guys are proving like that our body, it's meant to do this and defying limits that we never ever thought possible. You probably talk with Mayorga or Mayol if we could, and they would like what for them was insane crossing 50 meters. They see you right now probably and they're like, wow, how little we knew back then, And thanks to you is the same thing for us today. I always tell my students like what I'm telling you today, probably in 5 to 10 years, I will tell you something completely different because it's something we're discovering every day. And thanks to you guys that have this talent and this trait and everything you guys do, we're all discovering much more of of it. You know, it's beautiful.
Yes. Sure, we have to discover a lot more. Really, still, I mean, let's say young sport. Really, yeah.
Which brings me, we're gonna be having with us as well Deborah Andoyo, one of
the story.
First, part of the story. So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. Cool. Because of course, what Sosha is asking nowadays might have been different than before. In any case, this kind of barrier in freediving between men and women, I think I believe that nowadays it's not there anymore, because freediving being such a feminine energy, let's say, such a delicate, all men or most men that are involved in the freediving journey have a connection with themselves that allows them to break into this woman's being like, we are good with women around, and they can be empowered, and they can be, good athletes, and reaching us on depth, and that I think it's amazing.
Yeah. I have one more question, because we're already going up to 45 minutes, and we don't want to steal your time. So guys, anyone that is doubting of asking a question, do it now. Because except Kande. But my question is more about if you see yourself on the part of education, now that we were talking about how freediving goes changing, do you see yourself getting into the education world of freediving? Is something that you get attracted by, or a lot of athletes kind of try to combine that? How do you see yourself on that?
Sorry, I didn't understand very well the question. Sorry. Because
Kande, you want to do it in case?
No, you do it.
No, because maybe there was a problem. Yeah.
Oh, no. Okay, so what I wonder is if you in the educational world, in all the part of teaching, if it's something that you're interested on doing at some point, or coaching, or if you have an attraction for that part of freediving.
Yes, I would love it. I mean, I like to do the workshop a lot. But I'm still trying to don't do, because I want to focus on competition. So just sometimes, but I like so much, because I like to teach what I learned in all these years. So I like so much. But
what do you enjoy the most of teaching? What part of freediving you enjoy the most of transmitting?
The people that are happy after, and I can see that they can improve, but not the meters, that can enjoy, that can be better. I'm super happy when the people after all the workshop in the pool, they can do the turns. Because it's the trouble for everybody, and it's easy, really. Just understand how, and really just try, at least you can do it, and the people are so happy. See the people happy, it's super beautiful.
It's like duck divings. Yes. Suddenly duck divings they look so easy, and then you try to teach them, and you're like, what's going on there?
Yes, but I understood a lot of tricks in all my career. So I can say, because you have to do a lot of mistakes for understand a lot of things. And I'm still understand things. I just understood things in free immersion when I did a world record 100 meters. And it was wow. I couldn't do 15, 20 seconds less just for putting the right way the first hand. That I never take care about that, because the second one you have to push right, say no. So every time you can discover something new. So it's so cool.
Nice.
But the most important. Sorry. Yes.
We lost her.
Oh no, we lost her now. No.
We lost her. Let's see.
Device not connected.
There she goes.
There she is.
Yes.
There you're back.
Yes. The most important, of course, is the turn off. The most important thing is that you have to be really 100% in the moment, what you are doing, so you can understand what is happening around you. And it's really, really important. You have to think about nothing, just what you are doing. So you can really feel the water and feel yourself and feel everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
You're the best at it. It's beautiful to
Wow.
hear. Like I could keep talking with you. I know Candy has one question that is super important for her.
This is just for
And
us to all close up. What is a day in Alexia's life? Like, you wake up, what do you do?
So I'm doing breakfast. What I'm eating most of the time, ham and bread. It's so good. The cup of tea.
Champions breakfast.
Yes, Miguel Lozano knows me very well about that. And after I just train for like 2 hours and a half, 3 hours. Now, before something more because I had to go to the pool and everything. And after lunch and after stay a bit on the social, so do my little jobs on the social. And after, I mean, in the afternoon, normally I have to do a lot of things. Here in the lockdown situation, I'm doing the website now. I'm just work on what I should do in the past.
Nice. I think that this situation is giving us all time for that.
Yes. I'm quite sad that it's finished, and I mean, I didn't do so many things.
That's good, but as well, you know, it's good and important to take that time to rest and like to acknowledge how much and how hard you work all along the year, and be like, wow, I don't have the obligation of doing much.
Yes, but I mean, I was almost more busy in these days than before. Really, it was unbelievable. But yes, I hope everything will finish soon and all the people will be fine.
Sí.
Yeah.
Same.
We all
Health
hope the same.
and happiness.
Go back to the water.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Ale, well, if you want to leave any message to the people that have been listening to us, thank you immensely for your time. It's been like amazing to chat with you. And we hope to see you in the water very soon, because that's what we enjoy the most, and hopefully have you in Mexico back again in the cenotes.
I really hope so much to come back, really, and I have to go to Cozumel because I didn't, so I really want so much.
Cozumel, there is a lot still to see, and depending which season you come, depending which animals you can see, you have the bull sharks, you have the whale sharks. Honestly, Mexico is.
I know, I want so much, really so much. And what I can say to everybody is really try really to believe to your dreams, because whatever you really want, if you put all your effort in what you want and really like, you can do whatever you want, and you can really be happy, and really give happiness to the people is the best things that you can do. So be happy and feel the people happy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ale. Take care, and
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Many world records.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Thank you so
bye.
Much.
Bye.